Good morning, guys. My name is Sierra. I'm currently a nursing student and I have been documenting my experiences and sharing my journey with you guys, and I'm so excited to share more. Today I am officially on my way to school for my first ever in-person nursing class. My whole first year of nursing school was completely online, and now we are in person, although that is subject to change, so we kind of just go with the flow. But I'm actually really excited to finally be in person because I know 100% I will be paying attention and not distracted. That's just the truth. Anyways, I gotta get going. I'm kind of running late per usual, so I'll chat with you guys in the car.
Hello, so I am officially on my way to school, and I just thought of something I wanted to ask you guys. I'm curious to know how many of your guys' classes are online or in person. So please comment down below and let me know if school's in person or online for you right now. It's always interesting to hear what's going on in other nursing school programs, and yeah, I just want to know. I hope you guys are doing awesome today and having a great day so far. And I'm gonna focus on driving because we all know that my multitasking is not the best. I want to mention before I get into class that I do have like a little bit of a drive to get to school, and one thing that I was doing is I was listening to a couple of YouTube videos. Obviously I wasn't watching them, but I know we're going over various chronic illnesses in class, and specifically the difference between right-sided and left-sided heart failure. So I like to put on some videos to listen to just as a refresher. And I mentioned this before, you know, in nursing school you are so busy, you have so much going on, so the importance of just like utilizing all the time and making it matter so I can drive to school and listen to something productive, you know, or if you're getting ready in the morning and listening to a podcast, nursing related, that's just my suggestion. Hi. So I'm on lunch. Normally I'd be eating this at school or outside, but I had to run to the post office because this is my only free time. I have some packages that I'm sending off from my Etsy shop, so I just want to say thank you to anybody that has ordered from my shop. It honestly means the absolute world to me. Like, you are amazing. Thank you, thank you. Also, I will be doing a giveaway soon with several items from my shop, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna go take these inside, finish my lunch, and then finish up with the rest of my class. Hi. It's the next day. I literally suck so much. I did this with my clinical day as well because I was just so exhausted. It's not even that I didn't even feel like vlogging, it's that I fell asleep and so I couldn't vlog, and I feel like the same thing happened in class as well. I'm just not used to having these sort of days, kind of like longer and more exhausting, just because I've had a break for so long from school. So I was really useless and unproductive and tired, and I went to bed super early, and I'm sorry. So hi, it's the next day, don't hate me. So recap, I had my first ever in class in nursing school because when I started everything was immediately online, and honestly we were super fortunate to even have clinical in person and have experiences both at the nursing home and at the hospital setting. I feel really fortunate that we didn't get to miss out on any of that hands-on experience. We got to have the patient interaction, although it was limited and we couldn't help COVID patients. That is actually changing this year, and we are able to help them as long as we follow all proper PPE, which is to be expected. It was truly amazing being in class. I said, you know, earlier that I've just been used to everything being online, and when I found out that class was back in person, I'm not gonna lie to you, the first thing that kind of went through my head was because I have done, I would say, some of my hardest classes already and they were online, and so now I'm just comfortable being at home when class is in session, and I'm comfortable like listening and like multitasking, especially because I have camper now. Just having class at home would have been nice because I could stay with him rather than leave him home alone all day. But I have to say, being there and in person, it was like amazing and a breath of fresh air. We were all like, wow, this is what nursing school is supposed to feel like, because you don't have a choice to not pay attention when you're in an in-person class. Obviously, you can stare up at the wall or do something else on your computer, but you're paying for this and you have to be there, so it's really easy to just pay attention and listen. And when you get split off into group projects with your clinical groups and you're discussing case studies and stuff like that, I feel like it's really helpful in learning, and I'm actually really happy it's in person. I was actually happy to be there. I really feel like I learn more in person. No matter what, nursing school consists of a lot of self-teaching. That's just the way it is because the material is so dense and you have, you know, a limited amount of time. But I feel like there's less of it when you're sitting in a classroom with a good instructor, with your fellow classmates, bouncing ideas off of one another, sharing information, things that you've learned. I was really happy to be there. Oh my gosh, it was so good. For this term, I'm only in one class, and I say that, but it's considered like a full-time class. It's called Chronic Illness 2 at my school. I don't know what it's called in other schools because I've never heard anybody say they were in chronic illness. So, I don't know if that answers any of your questions. It's a 9-credit class, but then we have clinical, so I think we are considered full-time. I have my planner, and now that I had class, I officially have a better idea of due dates and assignments, because when I did a plan with me video, if you haven't checked that out, it'll be linked up here and down below, basically where I just wrote in tasks, activities, class schedule, work, and all that in here. But I wasn't able to fill out a lot because I didn't have my syllabus for my class. And so now that I do, I'm gonna fill that out more, probably later, maybe this weekend. And then I have my notebook that I'm going to be bringing to class. I brought this to the first one. I printed something little off. It says chronic illness, and I just taped it on the notebook. And then I will show you my notes. We got assigned a case study, and basically we were able to discuss it with our clinical group. It was really good. And so what I kind of do here is I have the case study here. I minimized the font size so I could write here and then write on the back. And I'm just gonna explain how I do it just so you guys can know. So the first question, I highlighted it in purple, and then I answered it in purple, and then I leave a little space so that when we are discussing it in class or a group setting, whatever that may be, I can add any extra information in red that I maybe forgot, didn't understand, or just other ideas from other people. So I kind of just followed that pattern all throughout them. So the second question is in orange, I answered it in orange. Third question is in green, answered it in green, and the fourth question is in blue. And I answered it in blue. There's not a ton of red on the paper. I wrote something about hypoparathyroidism at the top, but because this was the first case study, I feel like I spent a good amount of time on it and really answered the questions thoroughly, whereas normally I just, you know, take it easy. But that won't be the case with this class because we are taking a quiz at the end of it online over the material that we go over in class, so it's all the more reason to do your prior reading assignments, which I have to be honest about, I wasn't the best at doing those last year either, so this will be good. It'll be really good. And then here I just have an outline. Our instructor gave us an outline of the first week, and I changed it, kind of made it my own, changed a little bit of words, made the spacing bigger so I could write in more information. Still kept the same points and materials in there, but kind of just made it my own and the way that I study. So there's that. So I'll be printing each study outline after I edit it the way that I want to each week, filling that out and then bringing that to class. And that's kind of what I'm doing for notes. And then obviously listening to lecture and adding anything from her PowerPoints, anything, you know, your teacher says that really stands out, or they tell you you need to pay attention, high yield topics, things like that. Yeah, it was the first week and we didn't necessarily go over a lot. It was a lot of refresher about chronic illness and what we understand about it, and naming various chronic illnesses for older adults, pediatrics, younger adults, just discussing signs and symptoms of chronic illnesses like diabetes, obesity, heart failure, things like that. That is all I got for you. I obviously plan on filming a lot more of school, and I promise you, now that my first week is finally coming to an end and I'm getting officially back in the swing of things, I will be spending the whole day with you rather than saying, oh, it's the next day, because I'm too tired and I fell asleep. Also, not to mention, my sleep schedule has been really whack, and I wasn't necessarily going to bed in an appropriate time to genuinely wake up and feel rested and ready for the day. So I think my sleep schedule is officially starting to get back in the proper routine, and especially when I have really long clinical days.
Let's get our little campy over here before we say goodbye to you guys. Come here, baby. Do you want to come on to bed? Come on.
He's pretty worn out and tired. He was playing with his brother. I hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. Comment down below what classes you're taking this term or semester, whether that be in nursing school, your prerequisites for nursing school, or any other degree that you're working towards. I'm always interested to hear about how you guys are doing and what's going on in your life and in school. I'm gonna end the video here and take a nice nap. Just kidding, I have some homework that I need to do right now. I will see you guys again very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you guys every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Bye.
God, I love you so, so much.